With this, let me start with the technology. Chennai is known for the technology. Chennai is known for the best of tech. Though Bangalore has taken some sheen, some light from Chennai, yet Chennai remains the hub. And we are sitting at IIT Chennai, which has shown some of the best innovations, best technology. How can technology be an enabler in the world of persons with disability? For this, we have some experts who are going to present their views, their thoughts. To moderate this conversation, I request esteemed one of our patrons, Mr. P.B. Varadarajan, a seasoned engineer. I am Ahmedabad alumnus with over 5 decades of global business leadership across Middle East, Europe, US. And he has been a long drawn and he has been a staunch pillar, strong pillar of support for Sarthak. Can I request Mr. P.V. Varadarajan to come on the dais? A round of applause for the seasoned professional. Interestingly, his son and son-in-law, his daughter and son-in-law, both are alumnus from IIT Madras. So an inspiration, entire family is an inspiration. Can I have Mr. Ashish Mohan Sharma? Ashish Mohan Sharma. Can I request Dr. Bodapati Sridhar, a visionary in the intersection of healthcare and technology, trained as pediatrician. Dr. Sridhar later transitioned in the field of medical informatics. He has made significant contribution in software product manager, and he has created the system of electronic medical records, e-prescribing system, medical kiosk, pharmacovigilance solutions, all this to make sure that availability of healthcare is available to the last man standing at the lowest cost. Currently, he is the founder of Edqueries.com, a pioneering e-learning platform tailored for children and adults with special needs. Can I request Ms. Shraddha Agarwal to come on the dais? She is Oral Deaf founder and CEO of SignSetu, an edtech startup advancing literacy and education for deaf through the Indian Sign Language. She is a fellow and EIRC at AIC GUSEC. She has won the Youth Collab competition recently by United Nations. Also, she has received recognition from Tamil Nadu startup, Agarwal Foundation, and NCDPDEP. She has incubated this DISQ ATF. Welcome, Ms. Shraddha, and let's learn how Shraddha has enabled and changed the world of deaf through the Indian Sign Language. Can I request next Mr. Pravin Kumar, the founder of Dextroware devices. His work focuses on digital accessibility, earnings accolades like NCPDEP Universal Design Award, James Dyson Award, Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia. Pravin's innovation extends globally. Welcome, Pravin. Pravin is the young Turk, the young founder. I'm sure if he has already not been on CNBC roundtable, he would soon be called in conversation and in podcast where you will see where he'll be where he'll have the global limelight rather than just having a Tamil Nadu face. Can I call Mr. Sreeraj, co-founder of Panoculon Labs? He's also an alumnus of IIT Madras, and he started Panoculon Labs with his classmate Rishabh Sharma. He has created an affordable, compact, AI-powered smart spectacle which can support persons with visual impairment. So let's hear with all these experts, and I would request all the experts to keep it short, and I would request all the audience to ask questions from these experts. Because remember, this is your time where you can ask unhesitatingly questions. Otherwise, these are prized, power-packed people. Very difficult to catch. Over to you.
Hello. Yeah. Vanakkam and namaskaram to all of you. Yeah. So perhaps many of you are attending this program for the first time. First, I want to say, what is Sarthak? Sarthak is a Sanskrit word which means impossible to possible. That is Sarthak. And Abilympics is a program, is an international program which is sponsored by the Olympic Association, and where people with disabilities are participating in it to show their skills. It is not like running or jumping, but it is the skills in computer programming or in tailoring or cooking, photography. There are a list of 40. And this International Olympics was started, let us say, less than 20 years back in India. And Sarthak is the channelizing agency, which is based in Delhi. It is Government of India supported program. They select and send these candidates to this international competition. So this is Abilympics. So Abilympics participants are, some of them are here, some of them are upstairs. They are being tested. And this one is a southern regional program for the southern states. Like this, there will be other center. Sarthak has 25 centers around India, and they have a big head office in Gurgaon, which is in Haryana, which is about 50 kilometers from New Delhi. Sarthak is a well-supported institution of Government of India, and it is being ably managed by the couple team of Dr. Jitendra Agarwal and Dr. Suman. They are managing it. Dr. Agarwal was the proud recipient of an award from the President of India this year. So we are now beginning the session on technology. Why technology is those who have, I think most of the people in this audience are born after independence. After independence, our India has progressed a lot in technology. And this institute itself is a proof of that. It was started in 1959. And now the whole IIT family, that is the students who have passed out from IIT, they are more than 65,000. And they are our forefront of our Indian image around the world. Technology has changed the way we have lived. We were earlier in an agrarian society where most of the Indians were doing either farming or trading. But in the last 50 years, we have shifted to more technology. And in some of the technology, we are the leaders. India is one of the top 3 producers in many things now in the world. In IT, which is information technology, and also in manufacturing of mobiles and bikes, both of them. And also it's a big leader in leather and textiles. There are such other, pharmaceuticals is another big area. And we are also developing manufacturing facilities in other areas. And we want to excel now in what is called assisted technologies. That means the technologies which will help people in those who are having some deficiencies to live a normal life. So the panelists with me are all, as you can easily make out, much younger than me, probably of my age, and are well accomplished in the technology. Technology is a sector where the younger you are, the more expert you will be. You know, it is because there is a lot of learning which is required, a lot of creativity which is required. So we will structure this discussion such that it is comprehensible to audience and not full of only jargons. So please make your presentations fairly simple, and also give a couple of, take 1 or 2 questions so that some persons from the audience can clear their doubts. And please be available after the program so that some of them can talk with you. Because the whole idea of this kind of a meeting is that you go with more clarity on what is Sarthak, what is Abilympics, what is this advanced technology which can either help you or your children or grandchildren. And it is not just what they call a coffee run. Yeah, thank you. So we will start with Dr. Bodapati Sridhar. He's the founder of Edqueries. So doctor, please introduce yourself for a minute and then go ahead and limit it to 10 minutes.
Right. So hi, good morning everyone. So I am Dr. Sridhar. I moved from the field of pediatrics into technology because I saw that it has limitless potential and reach. So having worked on various softwares for doctors or pharma companies, I started a company called Edqueries around 7 years back. The whole idea was that there are special education needs which are there, and there are teachers called special educators. They are experts in teaching students with special needs such as autism, ADHD, dyslexia, Down syndrome, intellectual disability or previously known as MR, right? So various such conditions are there. Some of these are not visible directly, people call it invisible disabilities. So these conditions are there, and parents take their children to these special educators. Now, what my idea was to make that content available online in the browser. You just open your device, whichever device you want, go online, and the material is available. And we are also trying to empower the special education teacher so that they don't have to spend time on drawing things or making pictures and PowerPoints and all that. So that is one aspect. Another aspect is education by nature for a long time has been long lectures, and I have been a student throughout my life. Long lectures are frankly boring. 45 minutes, 30 minutes lectures, if I give you right now also, you'll all start sleeping. So if a child is sleeping, why would he be participative? You can forget for a moment his special needs. Any child, if he's made to sit in front of a teacher who is busy writing on the blackboard and is not finding it interesting, he will want to go away. So fundamentally then I thought that why not make learning fun? So the very motto of Edqueries is learning is fun. So everything we are trying to make it fun. So how do we make it fun in an online scenario? Children love video games. So we take the best aspect of video games and try to remove the distraction part of the video games. So every concept that we want to teach, we make it interactive, dragging, dropping, putting it here, putting it there. There's a maze, there's a puzzle, there's a treasure hunt. So immediately children start engaging into that activity. So when they are interested, then the teacher or parent can push a little bit more of education into that aspect. So that is the whole thing. And so what we also do is now distractions. Typically when you say there is a software for children, the first idea that any software designer will get is I will put a Mickey Mouse in the side. Or you will put a monkey hanging from the tree or a sparrow coming from the side. This is actually going to cause distraction is what I feel. And my special educators who work with me agree. We can still create entertainment without doing all this. So unnecessary visual elements, unnecessary audio should not be there. With that in mind, we have started constructing activities. So since the last 7 years, we have created around 5,000 plus activities, and we continue to do so based on demand from practicing. So based on there, first we do a baseline. What does this student currently know? When an adult comes to me like 16, 17-year-old, I can't say start with counting. He will hate me for that if he already knows up till algebra. So where are the weak points? What is the planned vocation? All that is mapped and then tracked through the software, and appropriate material is given, and they keep practicing them in the software and outside also. Using software e-learning doesn't mean the regular learning goes away. You continues to use books and real world material supplemented by this. So using this library, which is continuously being expanded into various aspects, including local language, we are now able to say that we are confident that this material is useful and helpful to children and adults with special needs.
Thank you, Dr. Sridhar. I think you come from Bangalore.
Yes.
Yeah, he has traveled all the way from Bangalore to join us here. And incidentally, the panelists who are here, they are what are called startups. That means it is not this business is not transferred from their grandfather or father. They have started these businesses and developed it. And this is the image of New India, which is a very welcome thing. And IIT is itself generates a lot of startups. And even an institution like Sarthak is a startup in that sense. There was no such institutions before, which are different from other institutions which teach deaf and dumb children. The ones which, and there are quite a few in schools and colleges which teach deaf and dumb children. What Sarthak does is what is called the last mile gap, or the when they finish their formal education in 10th or 12th, it gives them training to take up a job, and more important, also helps them find a job. So in this sense, Sarthak is unique. It is not an educational institution, but it helps you to get trained for a job and get your job. And it is not just mere talk. There are 100,000 PWDs who have already got such jobs, in the last 10 years. And this institution is being managed by two doctors, Dr. Jitendra Agarwal and Dr. Suman. Both of them are dentists. Okay. So now, Shraddha Agarwal. She is, as I understood, you done some education in UK. Yes. So, are you going to speak or speak in sign language? You specialize in sign language. Yeah, you'll speak out. Yeah. Thank you.
You want me to go there?
No, your choice.
Which one is good? Both, okay. Okay.
Introduce yourself for a minute.
Okay. Actually, I'm on your feet to hear what I just said now. 5 seconds before. No one could hear me, right?
Yes.
That is exactly what I and millions of deaf people go through every single day. So that's the reason I wanted to give you an idea of what we face. Okay, and I have one more question for all of you. Can you please raise your hand if you have used specs, if you have used captions, if you have used a side mirror while driving the car or any vehicle? Have any one of you used any of these technologies that I've mentioned? Okay. Yeah, thank you for raising your hands. So basically, all these are assistive technologies. It was actually built for disability people in mind. But as you can see, how it is applicable for universal, right? So that is the entire purpose. I've started to solve this problem. But before I come to the problem statement, let me explain you a little bit about my own journey. So I was born deaf, and I went to regular schools in India, and even I pursued my master's in UK, University of Warwick. And honestly speaking, I chose to go there because I thought it would be accessible. Because that's what we need as a disabled person. So now, for example, what is happening right now? Right now, we have a sign language interpreter here. Unfortunately, that was not there in our times. Okay? And so right now, if you see me on my phone, I'm actually using a speech to test transcript in my phone. That's why I'm always on my phone, because I'm not able to understand what each of the speaker is speaking. So these kind of technologies are not available. Okay? It took a long while to come here. And basically, based on my education experience, I could not understand a single word that is being taught in the classroom. Instead, how I coped up is because I had access to textbooks, literacy. So basically, literacy gave me the freedom and empowered me to be independent leaders. Okay, so that is a sad problem statement that we're trying to solve. Okay. And also, I would like to also highlight a few more facts that a 12th grade deaf student literacy skills is equal to 3rd to 4th grade hearing student. But in fact, if you go unfilled to the schools, the reality is even worse. And you may ask me, why? What is the problem with that? Why is that the case? The problem here is because most of these schools are following hearing curriculum, which are not built for the deaf community. And also, basically, the system has failed the children, to be very honest. The children are bright, creative, and curious. Just that we need to be able to give them in the medium of communication that they can receive the information, right? And so, now one more thing I would like to say is, sign language is the first language for the deaf community. And sign language, it does not have any written language, like how English, Tamil have. So now when a deaf person has to go visit an hospital, or a doctor, or a police station, they need to be able to write, right? So there's a lot of communication barrier between the deaf and the hearing. So how do they communicate with them? So that's the reason we're focusing on literacy. So SignSetu is the first literacy platform for the deaf community. So what we do is, we help teach deaf people how to read and write in English through their first language, sign language. And in short, it is called Duolingo for the deaf. And fortunately, we had the privilege to deploy a prototype in 2 deaf schools in Chennai, MCR school and Native Flower school for a span of 15 days. And within 15 days, we were able to see the transformation of low performers to average performers and from average performers to high performers. Just 15 minutes per student and 15 days. And so this is what has validated us going forward, and we're currently building our MVP. And so if all of you are interested in our journey, please help us bridge the gap that we ensure accessibility is the first and foremost thought instead of an afterthought. It benefits all of us. Thank you.
So, Shraddha, apart from English and sign language, what other languages you can speak? Uh-huh.
So I'm able to understand Hindi, but my speech is not as clear as it is in English because I cannot hear. I wanted to explain, I've learned to speak with 5 to 10 years of intensive therapy.
I see. Yeah. Yeah. It is. I see. As far as I know, by the way, yesterday we visited 2 deaf and dumb schools. One in Little Flower Convent, which is just near the Gemini flyover, and they teach it for the girls. And St. Louis Deaf and Dumb, which is in Gandhinagar. And there is they have a large population of students, 400 students. And as I thought that deaf students also become dumb because they don't hear and they cannot replicate the speech. So how did you overcome this? I am also curious. Yeah. And what was the method of training?
Yes. Is this working? I'm not able to hear. Okay. So I'd like to take this opportunity for this panel to please don't use the word dumb. Okay? Because dumb is offensive. Okay? Because what does dumb basically mean? It basically means that you don't have a voice or you don't have any thoughts to share across with another person. So I would like to appreciate and mention that please don't use the word dumb. In place of that, you can just use the word deaf. Okay? And also I would also like to answer the question that has been put across. Is that I'm one of the exception that you can speak. And so honestly speaking, I'm 100% hearing loss. So basically I'm wearing your ears. It does not give clarity. It just amplifies the sound. So I have been able to pick it up. It's because of my ear intervention school. So there is one school name called as Paravidyala School. It is in Adyar. So the school teaches deaf children to be able to speak. So it's from the age period of 0 to 5 years old, because that's the most critical age period wherein you have a lot of neuroplasticity in your head. So you're able to pick up quicker and learn faster. So that's how I could pick it up, because I was in that special school. So during the morning hours, I was with the teachers, encouraged to speak. And then at home, my parents worked as 24/7 teachers, to be very honest. So they kept speaking to me non-stop. I couldn't hear. But after 6 months, I was able to speak. And then I went to intensive speech therapy with experts. But honestly speaking, if you ask me, I would not say that journey was easy. Okay? So that's the primary reason why I don't actually focus or promote oralism, which is I'm speaking. Because at the end of the day, we are doing table work. Because now when a person is talking to me, I have to repeat you. And there's a lot of homophonics. And when there's a lot of homophonics in my head, I have to puzzle what word is it. So I might get it right, 50% correct, 50% wrong. It's all a game of gamble. But when you give me written words, like when I'm using these written words, there's a lot of clarity. I don't have to do a lot of guesswork. So that's the reason we're focusing on this platform. And in this platform, honestly, if you meet a deaf person who communicates in sign language, you will realize how vibrant the culture is and how much confidence they have. Because they don't want to, adapt to a hearing world. Because what they believe is that all of us can live coexist in the same world. So that is what we're trying to focus on.
Yeah, this SignSetu,
Yes,
is it a company or a foundation or what is it?
it is a startup.
It's a startup, correct?
Yes.
But there is a fee for learning that? Is it?
Yeah, it is learning.
No, those who want to, there's a deaf child and he or she wants
Yes.
to speak,
So it's
they have to pay for it.
yes.
So, how much, roughly?
Yeah. So actually, so basically, SignSetu is an educational app for the deaf. What we do here is we're helping the deaf child or a deaf adult to be able to read and write in English through Indian Sign Language. Because most of the learning apps out
No,
there,
the app, is it free or it has to be paid for? That was my
right now it
question.
is free. It's a premium model. You basically have a premium model wherein the basics is free, but as you move to intermediate or advanced, it will be paid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Doctor, do you have this incorporated in your menu?
So that's a good question.
Please explain what you understood, what she said. I mean, have you understood this app?
I have understood to a certain extent from what she spoke, right? From Edqueries' perspective, coincidentally what happened is that a principal of a school for the hearing impaired tried out Edqueries. It was not originally meant for that population, that audience, but it worked. She said many of my students have the cortical implant or a hearing aid, and they will be able to read it. And most of Edqueries is visual, because it's meant for simplified and gamified. So it is visual, so they're able to use it. So since the last 6-7 months, they're using it. So around 11 students in a school in Tumkur are using it. That actually encourages me to add more content which will be suitable for them. So it is not having right now a sign language interface, but because it is visual, they're able to pick up, and because their intellectual abilities are normal to high, they're able to do it very fast. Okay, and when we anyway came to this point of two kind of domains meeting, I'm happy to say that Mr. Pravin Kumar is here. Hi, Pravin. We also have a link in one way that his device was, we did an experiment, we put it on YouTube, where his device, which helps children who cannot use a mouse with hand, he will tell more about it, is a special kind of a mouse. For that device, I said, let the educational content be Edqueries. So that is how already you're seeing collaborations happening, and we are empowering more students.
Good. Thank you, Doctor. So, actually, this panelist, we are almost meeting for the first time. I had not met any of them before, and that is why I'm asking some basic questions as a member of the audience. I'm identifying myself as a member of the all of you audience and asking them questions so that you understand what they talk, because it is often new technologies. Yeah, please.
See, asking question. From childhood, you are learning lip reading, and you came out from the childhood, so learning, and then no. After I am now in adult age, how can I learn the lip reading? And this is very difficult. How can I learn? How can I learn the lip reading? It is difficult for me.
Okay. Thank you for the question. Thank you. And so I learned to speak when I was small. Okay. And now I'm learning sign language. Because when I was small, I never knew about deaf community. Because my entire family is hearing. So only after I became old, I understood that we are deaf. And that's when I started to get involved in the deaf community. Okay? And for learning to lip read, if you want to learn, we are planning to add that on our platform as well. But our first focus is to ensure that your English is good. Because if you see in some language, the sentence are so different. Like, for example, if you say like, Chata Pako in Indian sign language, but in English, it will be Chata is going to the park. So you have grammar, you have past, present, future tense. So we want to help you to be able to write well, so that when you go to for a job, it will be easy for you to communicate with anyone. Because that's one of the big challenges that I've seen. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the question. And thank you, Shraddha, for the answer. Shraddha, are you related to the Agarwals or you're from a different family?
I'm sorry, it didn't come from.
Are you related to Dr. Agarwal, Jitendra Agarwal and Suman Agarwal?
Are you related to Jitendra Agarwal?
Yes, again.
Okay, I think
Sorry.
yeah, you need to do it again.
No, I'm not related.
Yeah,
No, I'm
it
not
is
related.
just by chance. Yeah, good, good. Just to clarify the doubt. Yeah. So, incidentally, I must tell you the dance which was performed by Puja Malti, it was not on Ganesha. The Ganesha stanza was there in the beginning, but she danced for Tirupavai. A stanza from Tirupavai from Andal, and perhaps Mr. Rastogi was not familiar with this, Tirupavai is a Tamilian lyrics of 30 songs done by a lady saint called Andal, and this was one of the dance, and the god depicted there is Krishna. Just to clarify for those who are not familiar with it. Yeah. Shraddha has of course struggled a lot to overcome her, and one has to accept that people with disabilities have to struggle somewhat more than an average person to overcome the difficulty. It is not something which will be go away by itself. It takes a lot of effort, and the panelists who are here, they are all developing tools or machineries which help you to do that faster and cheaper, hopefully, and soon. So please take some time to interact with them after this meeting or whenever you get the time, or you can even communicate to them. If you want their contact details, you can write to Sarthak. Malti will give you their email address and cell numbers. Malti is the person who is based in Chennai on behalf of Sarthak. Their office is located in Harrington Road, Chetpet, and you can get in touch with her. Perhaps many of you are already in touch with her. But yesterday when we went to Little Flower Convent and St. Louis School, we saw a large population of them. So it is better you visit them also, because what they do is the stage before Sarthak. They educate the children, they teach them literacy up to 10th standard, and in case of St. Louis, even college, but they are not able to find jobs for them. And Sarthak is in a good position to find jobs for them, and this did not incidentally happen by chance or by support of Government of India. They took a lot of trouble. They organized more than 1,000 job fairs around India. They went around and asked companies, and companies asked them, how can we hire up people with disabilities, because other staff are not like that, and they explained to them how they are better. Especially in IT, the staff turnover is more, and those with PWD, they stay for longer time. And in several professions, people with disabilities are doing better than the normal staff, and this has been a process of discovery. So as I said, that India was also, I would say, in a manner deaf to technology before, say, 100 years, and gradually we have learned also lip reading from British and other foreigners how to do the technology, and now we are as good as that, and even our own students are going and doing very good jobs abroad, very high paid jobs. So this is what we expect also, this revolution to take place within our own PWD. And incidentally, Sarthak is also going to start a university for global education in this specialized area of helping PWDs to learn faster and higher, and also to train the educators required for it. So we might have something like, it is going to be the IIT for PWDs, maybe in 2-3 years. It's a big scheme. Yeah. They already got the land, and it is going to be between Haryana and Rajasthan in the north. And of course, it will also be available through online, etc. But they have a clear plan how to do that. And why should we bother about PWDs? Let me tell you the statistical requirement. 5% of India's population is already tested and found as PWD. And it is possible that another 5% are also there who are not identified. Maybe we'll find out in the next census. So India has the world's largest population of PWD. And earlier, before 50 years, etc., the attention paid to them was minimal by the government. But now, the central government, as well as each state government, are taking a lot of efforts to help these people. But the, let's say, effort must necessarily be done by the affected student as well as the parents. You have to, as they say, you can take the horse to the water, but the horse has to drink the water. So like this, there is a lot of effort required by this, and this kind of sessions are helping you to find out, such methods and people where you can get more help. It is both knowledge sharing and also introducing people to you so that you can ask them. So in Chennai, you can talk to Malati, and in Delhi, there is Sarthak. Yeah, excuse me. We will take a question.
Okay. Thank you, sir, everyone, for this nice session. So, I'm a parent of an autistic adult. The person sitting next to me, he's a high-functioning autistic adult with learning disability. Okay, so he's about 30 years old now. So
what is his name?
It's Vignesh Balaji.
My name is Vignesh Balaji.
Okay, so he has done his graduation, post-graduation, has also got about 5+ years of experience, work experience. Basically, he's been doing some data entry and data quality check and things like that. Okay, so I come from a family with disabilities. I myself have a locomotor disability. I have a wheelchair-bound wife, so all that, just for a short intro. So I'm happy to know about Dr. Sridhar and his work on Edqueries. So it has been great. I wish these were there when I was studying, okay, about 40 years back. Okay, it's great that I quickly saw the website and all that. Maybe just some food for thought based on my experience with my son and how he has been struggling, right? Like, so he did his 10th from, we had a lot of tutors, multiple tutors educating him, special educators educating him and all that. And now after he also went through work. I know like your focus is more on the school content. Most of the content I saw or maybe it is you also mentioned about the adult content which you're working on. My only request, or maybe it's already there, you can tell me, for adults, the vocational skills. For example, I'll talk about 3 areas for your consideration, and you can guide me, suggest, advise me. Digital skills are very important in today's world. For example, Microsoft Office, Word, how to use Excel, how to use create PowerPoint or a graphic design, or is there any possibility that your company will be able to create such content in digital skills? Then second one could be information security skills, or maybe I don't know, even program. I'm thinking I want all content beyond school for adults actually, because adults with autism really need, and there's a huge space. He has been, I've seen him do well at work, struggle at work, because there is lack of training, content beyond school level actually. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that based on,
Yeah, you rightly pointed out the facts. So for a long time we were also focusing on children, but then NIPMED project came up, and then subsequently we have done several projects training adults with pre-vocational skills. But having said that, the content was quite simple. Okay, from a school perspective it would be a grade 3, grade 4 maths, so that kind of content. But then came this situation of what other content for adults. So recently I had gone to NIMHANS in Bangalore and shown it to the rehab department over there. They also brought up this point that we need more adult content. So luckily, last few months, as I said, we are constantly making content. Every day something is being made. So this same requests have been coming in. So we have added a new category called young adults. Okay, maybe it's not there on the website over there. We're already working on it, where we have things like workplace etiquette, how to behave with your colleagues, okay, asking permissions, or that you can go for lunch, right? Sometimes an adult with autism may not know that he's allowed to go for lunch. He might continuously work. They work very well, but they also need to know that they can take a break, right? And how to dress up and hygiene before going to the office. So all these things we are working on. Coming to the digital aspect, suddenly the world has majorly changed with AI coming in. Earlier everybody was into coding. Everybody wanted to learn coding. Now suddenly there's a situation where people are saying the software company itself doesn't need to do coding, right? So it's a state of flux, right? So I am holding on. Why should I teach you how to make PowerPoint when I am myself am dictating to the AI and it is making my PPT? The world is changing in a right way, I would tell you, and I'm very optimistic that a lot of problems are going to be solved. Okay, so we are starting modules on that also. But for AI, the situation is yesterday is ancient. Every day is changing so fast. Okay, already there's a discussion that in a Ray-Ban glass, the Meta AI has come. It's already available for around 30,000 rupees. And soon when more of it comes, it will become cheaper also. We are also working on AI, where it will automatically recommend courses to you. And as I said earlier, we want to personalize so much that only for him some content will be made with his interest, his problems and his challenges. And I would focus more on abilities. I always say to these kinds of meetings where I go, let us focus on the abilities and interests of the person, right? Because you get jobs, you succeed in life because of your abilities. Too much focus.
We have to close this in another 10-15 minutes because the governor's going to inaugurate it formally at 11:30. So, but it is the program will the people will be available for rest of the day. So please interact with them later. So I will quickly ask Pravin Kumar, founder Dextroware, to explain yourself in 5 minutes.
Hello everyone. So I'll make it short. We have a company here in IIT Madras Research Park, and we focus on digital accessibility. So one of the first things that we do in the morning while we wake up is probably use our phones or laptops to check social media or email or something. And what do we need to do that? We need our hands, right? And imagine that you will have to access these smart devices not using their hands. So this is the problem statement that we took, and we tried to solve it. So we have come up with an head wearable device called Mouseware, where a person with upper limb disability, meaning a person with spinal cord injury, a person with muscular dystrophy, multiple sclerosis, or any kind of challenge that restricts their hand movement, to control computers in a hands-free mode. So one can wear a device, strap a device to their head, and can just rotate their head to move the cursor on the screen. So this enables a person to control computers and smartphones with simple head movements. So that being said, we all know, especially after COVID, everything has become digital, be it online classes or work from home. Everything has become online based. And these people with upper limb disability, why they have to be cut off from using these smart devices? I know there are these speech to text where you can just speak and then type, or there are these expensive eye trackers which tracks our eye movement and controls the computers. But we wanted to come up with an most efficient way and in an affordable way to control computers. So that being said, almost in the last 4 years, we have impacted hundreds of individuals with disabilities who use our technology to work in banks, who make amazing paintings, who even children with disabilities use it to upskill themselves, to use amazing platforms like Edqueries platform, so etc. I mean, using computers makes a person.
Pravin, is this a software or a hardware?
It is a hardware, so it's a small box that one has to strap to the head. And
is it on display here, or you are carrying it with you?
There is a stall put next room, I guess. So anyone interested to see a demo can actually see it.
So please display to them.
Sure.
Yeah. Can I ask Ashish Sharma? Are you from Chennai, or you have traveled up from outside?
No, I'm from Chennai.
Yeah.
By origin, I'm from Mathura, Uttar Pradesh. Yeah, so graduated from IIT and started. So I am Ashish Sharma, and the company is NeoMotion. It's sort of an 8-year-old company, no more a startup. We have about 7,000 people, and very interestingly, we have one of our customer using our product right over there. It's NeoFly wheelchair. Thank you for coming. So I just spotted that.
You mean Sai Krishna?
Sai Krishna, yes.
Yeah.
Sai Krishna. I mean, Sai Krishna I know, but wanted to spot on the product. So basically we are into mobility segment. I mean, here as you can see, Shraddha is working on hearing disability. Mr. Sridhar is working on intellectual disability, education part of it. The mobility is also a very left out challenge in India because if you can see, I think a wheelchair is actually been CLT lecture theatre in IIT Madras right now probably. There's a ramp nicely done. Is it there in all the theatres across country? Not really. Is it there in rural India? Not really. How will a person go up in a Kerala like a state where it's a different challenge in going uphill also. Even the car doesn't go everywhere, all the way to your house. I mean, we have encountered it and witnessed it. So we are into a mobility segment.
What is your product?
Yes. So I'm coming to the point. So that is, mobility is of two types. There is an indoor mobility and outdoor mobility. We call indoor mobility is in the house, in the office, to go from bed to bathroom to kitchen to all of that. That's a wheelchair. Okay. And now you will ask why wheelchair is there so many wheelchair. The reason for that is, let's say if you give a 12 size shoes to everyone in this room, will you be comfortable? Probably on day one, probably for 1 hour. Will you be comfortable lifelong? Not necessarily. It will cause some damage to your original body, your natural body. That's the problem that we are solving. Every person has a different body. Every disability is different. Every person is unique in their own way, and that needs to be customized. So we do customized mobility according to your challenges, according to your diagnosis, according to your lifestyle, according to where you live, what you do. That is one thing.
You manufacture this?
Yes. We have designed the product. We manufacture completely in India, in Chennai. We have a factory.
Yeah. 1 minute. Let me ask Sai Krishnan, who is the customer, who is using it. Are you satisfied with his product?
Absolutely, sir. They have changed the way wheelchair have been manufactured in India, and we have a most rugged product from made in India.
Super. Very good. Excellent. Yeah. So we have a product that has delivered at this stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sai.
And by the way, Sai Krishna was affected with polio when he was young. But he overcame that challenge. But of course, he is an IT specialist, and he also is a good photographer, and he is also, let's say, practiced pistol shooting, and he has participated in Olympics, and he has even acted in a movie. So he is one of the distinguished PWDs.
Yes. So that is the indoor mobility which I described, which Mr. Sai Krishna is using here. Another thing is outdoor mobility. Now let's say, how do I go out? How did all of you came? You came on bike, car. Can people with wheelchair, can people with different type of locomotor disability can drive car? Can they drive bike? And how will they come? That's also another challenge, outdoor mobility. I have to go to job, right? A company will not come to my house. I have to go out. I have to go to run my shop. I have to go do my job. All of that needs to be solved. So we designed a product which is a clip-on to the wheelchair, which makes you mobile. It's like a scooty. It converts your existing wheelchair into a scooter. And it is independently. That is what our main focus was. It's a patented technology from IIT Madras and NeoMotion. The reason is that we don't want someone to come and attach that also, because everywhere you need assistance is a dependency, and you don't really want to live with that because you really can't do that. A lot of things than that. So purpose is
display any, or people can see his own.
You have got your Neo bowl.
But I have used it. I have taken to the last Abilympics in France. In fact, they have nicknamed as Harley Davidson Mini.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, is your production is the problem for you, or marketing is the problem for you?
The reach to the people is a problem for us right now. We have 7,500 customers across India, all the way to Ladakh, Sikkim, Meghalaya, like very extreme part of the country. But unfortunately, there are still, like, I think I can imagine 1 million still left out somewhere in the corner of the village, which don't even know that this product exists. And we are trying to, in many forms, we are trying to reach out to them through digital media, through events like this, where you will be spreading word of mouth and activities like that.
So those of you who are encountering such problems, please contact him.
Yes, sir. That will be helpful.
Okay, now I will move on to Mr. Sreeraj, co-founder, Panoculon Labs. So what is your product?
So our product is an inclusive smart spectacle. We no longer call it as an assistive technology device.
Your spectacle is a smart spectacle, what you're wearing?
Oh, this is not. I'm not wearing my spectacles. It's not in production yet. So we no longer call it as an assistive technology device. It's an inclusive device, right? So, for example, like sir mentioned
For
about
whom it is meant?
So we started building for visually impaired people. Now everyone can use it, including.
Let us talk about visually impaired. How does it help the visually impaired person to see better?
Yeah. So for a visually impaired person, it helps them understand the world around them better. For example, it can read text for them, or it can recognize people's faces for them. It can recognize currency for them, describe the world for them, basically.
I see. As Dr. Jitendra used it, have you given him a sample?
I think we are scheduled today evening.
I see. That is interesting. Many of you may not know that is IIT Madras as a lecturer who is visually impaired. He teaches linguistics, He is from Andhra and he is a faculty of the IIT Madras, and maybe he might drop in sometime, which is very unusual, which is etc. So, what is it in terms of cost? How much is it same price as a spectacle, or is it more expensive, less expensive? What is it?
It's slightly more expensive than a normal spectacle.
Slightly means 5%, 50%, 500%. What is that?
So the cost we are expecting is 15 to 20,000 rupees.
I see. Oh, that is within the reasonable limit.
Yes.
15 to 20.
Significantly cheaper than.
How old is it? Whatever you are developing.
So right now we are still in the later stages of development.
No, is it from the IIT Park or?
IIT Research Park, yes.
I see.
So our product was developed during our study at IIT Madras, and now we are incubating IIT incubation.
Which field? Is it BSc physics, or what is the science behind it?
Okay, so in terms of science, it leverages basically in the software side of things, it utilizes AI as well as the computing power of your own smartphone. So these days everyone is carrying very powerful smartphone with them, right? As well as a certain amount of electronics and hardware technology in it. So it's basically a spectacle which is connected to your smartphone and can interact to the internet through the smartphone.
I see. And it is the frame is the normal frame. Only the lens you are developed.
No, the frame is where our innovation lies, and the lens is any lens you can put. You can put a prescription lens or a normal glass.
So your innovation is in the frame.
Correct.
So I see. That's interesting. And subsequently, you can opt for the one. Can a normal person like me, can I use it?
Absolutely.
Just to try it out.
Absolutely. Right now it's not there, but universal design was a major focus for us while building this device. So for example, if I am using this device personally, I will use it to remember like what I'm speaking to others, or remember the people who I'm meeting, etc. So for different people, there are different use cases which they will find very interesting.
Very good. How old is this?
So right now the device is not yet in production.
How old you have been from the time you found it, and 1 year old or 2 year old? How old is it?
So startup is officially 2 years old, but as a team we have been working on this project since our first year, which was in 2021, I would say.
I see. So do you have customers, or is it still what they call alpha stage or beta stage?
It's in beta stage.
I see.
But we have validation.
Very good. So this is the last question.
Sir, you said for those who are not able to see, you are giving. But for deaf and dumb, blind also we are having. So for that, what you are going to do? Any idea you are having?
Yeah, what he has now said may not be for blind, or is it visually impaired only?
Visually impaired.
Yeah, for the blind, not yet there, I think.
No, it can be used by both blind and visually impaired. So visually impaired covers the blind as well.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you are asking for deaf blind people, so right now our device answers through audio, right? It has a speaker which will give you the audio output. So the other day we were at an event and we got this feedback from deaf blind people, like how a deaf blind person can hear the output from this device. So that we will give through haptics. So previously when we started working on this device, we thought, okay, why not we, instead of sound, why don't we give through vibrations? But then a lot of people told us, you don't want a vibrating device on your head, right? It's very disturbing because there are a lot of nerve endings and you'll be easily distracted. So now we'll probably make two versions of device, one which will give audio output to people who have a normal hearing, and one with a vibration sort of output, which will aid people with hearing impairments as well.
Yeah. Thank you for all the questions. We have to now bring this session to a close to accommodate the next program, which is an important program. I thank all the panelists. By the way, these 5, they do not represent the total universe. There are more than 100 such manufacturers, but for obvious reasons, we cannot bring 100 startups and train. So we have other solutions also. So whatever your requirements, please be in touch with Malati if you are in Chennai, or you can also get in touch with Dr. Suman in Delhi. And it is, I hope all of you gain at least 1% new knowledge. It is also good, because that's what we can do in an hour. Yeah, one.
Small statement. If you like any of these products, spread the word. We all need your support. You need us, we need you. Today everybody has a WhatsApp in their hand, and so thousands of people you can reach. Just spread the word.
Excellent. And I hope we can do that. Over to you, Rastavi.
Thank you, Varadarajan ji, and excellent group of panelists. Can I request all the panelists to create one short WhatsApp message about your product and send it to any of the Sarthak leaders. There's Dr. Suman Agarwal, there is Lakshya, there is Shivam. Please create a small short WhatsApp and we will be able to socialize it. Many, many thanks for bringing in this valuable input, because technology can be a enabler or a destroyer. We are seeing with 2 wars happening, we are comfortably sitting here, but technology is playing a major role in destruction as well. How you use it, it's up to you. And for persons with disability, technology can be a big, big, big boon. Thank you, all of them. Can I request everyone to please stand up for a group picture, and can I request Dr. Jitendra Agarwal to come on the stage along with Dr. Suman Agarwal and hand over the mementos to all the entrepreneurs who have done a stupendous job in creating the technology of future. Please.
While he's doing that, let me conclude by saying, we have in student-teacher interaction, we have a saying called Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhanaktu, Sagaviriyam.
Also, can I request Professor Jhunjhunwala to join? All 3 of you.
That means we learn from each other. That's what this means.
We have a lot of trophies to be given. Sorry, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
आइए डॉक्टर साहब. You are a source of inspiration to everyone. So, can I request Mr. Jhunjhunwala to hand over a trophy to Dr. Bodapati Sridhar ji? A round of applause. Can I have some music, please? Can I have some music, please? Can I request Dr. Suman Agarwal to hand over the memento to Ms. Shraddha Agarwal? Can I request Dr. Jitendra Agarwal to hand over the memento to Mr. Pravin Kumar? Can I request Dr. Jhunjhunwala to hand over the memento to Mr. Sreeraj? Can I request Dr. Agarwal to hand over to Mr. Ashish Mohan Sharma? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll reconvene with the next session where we have the Honorable Governor who's gonna be coming and sending us the blessings to all the Divyangjan of Tamil Nadu, Southern India, as well as to entire Bharat.
For those